In the bottom left of Ice and Chrome, as our purple Zerg for Remember the Game, it's Ris3n. And in the top right, as the red Zerg opening for Ris3n Competitive, give it up for Ducksworth. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Alpha Amateur quarterfinals. We are opening with a pool first from Ducksworth here on Ice and Chrome. However, this does have gas with the opener, so we're probably going to see early Ling speed for Ducksworth, as well as a Baneling nest. This is an all-in play from the Ris3n Zerg. Ris3n and xRtG kind of rivals in their division. One team will reach the glory of the semifinals, while the other will be eliminated from the season. The stakes are high, the board is set, the pieces are in motion. And the first 6 Lings have taken the field. Ducksworth going to try and do as much damage as he possibly can. There's no expansion. Ling speed has begun production. Baneling, oh god, I forgot to remove the ESL Pro Tour logo. Hopefully they don't kill me. Okay. Lings enter the natural. These first 2 Zerglings do not get surrounded. They will escape to the main. Ris3n going to try and unite as many forces as possible before he actually engages the red Zerglings. He's going to be at a numbers disadvantage for quite some time. Ducksworth continuing to stream reinforcements forward. Now, disappointingly from Ris3n, his Overlord did not poke in far enough to see if there's a natural. It poked in far enough to see if there's creep. He needs to check and see if there's a second base. Okay, now he knows there's not a second base. He's going to immediately pull out, and he knows he's facing an all-in play. He pulls both queens to the ramp. This is exactly how you respond to this type of aggression, but he did not pull the Lings to the main. So, the Lings are going to be zoned out by the Banelings, and they have precious little space to work with. One Baneling picks off a bunch of Lings. Get a surround on the Lings of Ris3n, and now they're trapped outside of the main. These queens will hold for quite a while, but they won't hold forever, and now there's a gap in between them. One Baneling picks off 3 Lings. Oh, that was a beautiful Baneling hit from Ducksworth, and now he has a partial surround on the queens. One Baneling, unfortunately, detonates on the eggs, but Ducksworth definitely has the advantage here. No, he backs off! The queens hold! Okay, he's backing off to get more Banelings. 12 more Lings in productions, 8 more Banelings. However, this is on a timer. You'll notice Ris3n 6 drones ahead of Ducksworth. That mineral income is going to pay off for him in the long run. Ducksworth needs to break into the main, and he needs to connect kills on Ris3n's drones. He has a metric ton of Banelings, but it only takes 2 Baneling hits to kill a Baneling. So, oh my god, the Baneling snipes from Ris3n are so good. Every Baneling from Ducksworth dies, and there's still 2 left on the field here for the purple xRtG Zerg. Ducksworth is tunnel visioned on the attack. He does have a drone pulled to make a second base, but this is way too late. He needs a big brain play. He needs epic Baneling hits, because the queen count is just too high. No! The Banelings go into the queens! Okay, he cleaned up a few of the Lings and a couple Banelings. Aw, he heads into the main. He's gonna get caught. All these Zerglings are dead. Every single one of them. And he did not kill a single drone. This is very bad for the Ris3n player. The second hatch survives in the red. There's transfuse on the queens. They can heal it if necessary. There's a spine up in defense. Ducksworth will never break this. He's trying to transition out. He drops the second hatch. That was an epic attack, but a more epic defense in our first engagement in the series. Ducksworth is holding. He's taken significant amounts of damage on his second hatch, though. And look at the worker supply. That soup does not lie. 14 drones in favor of Ris3n. This is a mere matchup. There aren't comeback mechanics. What can you do to get ahead in a ZVZ where you're playing majorly from behind? You can hit it great timing. You can do a muta switch. If it's later game, you can trade out energy for resource-based units, so things like Infestors getting off fungal growths, right, and killing off a bunch of Zerglings or Banelings, allowing your ranged units to finish them off, rather. The fungal growth shouldn't do it on its own. But, yeah, great Baneling hits, right? Splash damage, you roll 2 Banelings into the mineral line of your opponent, bam, the worker counts reset. But let's check each one of those. Okay, it's not late in the game, so we aren't going to see Infestors. What about Spire? Well, both players are getting Lair at the same time, and Ris3n is on a bigger economy. He has an extra hatch, so he's going to be able to respond to that very quickly. So how about energy in general? Well, Ris3n has a superior queen count. He has a ton of transfuse. What about sneaking Banelings into the mineral line? There's a spine to defend at the front. Good spread on the units of Ris3n, and that leaves Ducksworth with very few options to get back into this game. It's going to require Ris3n making mistakes for Ris3n to take the win. Double Evo at the front. Not even close to a full wall off. Okay, there's the Warren. This is so late in the game. Ris3n has had his Warren forever, already with Roaches on the field. +1 finishing for him. Roach speed starting. Even Burrow starting at the natural. Ris3n knows he's ahead, and he's just going to continue getting farther ahead. Ducksworth needs to think up a plan. Oh, he's going for Spire as well as the wall off at the front. Okay. So, what is going to happen here is Ducksworth is going to make muta. How many? Well, it depends on, you know, if he takes a third, it depends on where he sinks his minerals and gas, how much he banks, if he gets Roaches to defend a push at the front, etc. Those muta have to make a play. Ris3n already has a very mobile queen defense with a lot of transfuse, so muta in low number actually cannot engage this. You have 4 or 5 muta on the field, they can't take 3 queens with this much transfuse. They're gonna lose too many of their number. Ducksworth, oh, he's taking a third hatch. And look at this, he has 700 gas in the bank, but not enough minerals to spend it now. That's what I was worried about. Ducksworth not going with a unified plan, just trying to get everything at once. He got the wall, he got the Roach Warren, now he's getting Carapace, now he's getting a third. And the Spire has been scouted, so it's not like this delay is going to go unnoticed. Like, he's going to make 5 muta when he could have 9. And that's going to give Ris3n extra time to prepare. He already has Burrow, Changeling in the wall, so he's going to be able to see when these move out and what angle they're kind of headed in. Here comes the Roach Ball. Muta are out, but here's the thing. It's only 5 muta. They can't kill the Roaches fast enough, and that means Ris3n is going to be able to split up and cause critical damage before all the Roaches die. That's not even mentioning the reinforcements that are going to be on their way. That's before you remember there's Burrow. So injured Roaches can burrow and heal. There's no Overseer for Ducksworth. Out they pop, more drones die. They're under threat by Lings, so they can just burrow underground. Now they're safe. Ducksworth finally getting an Overseer. 14 drones. Now, this is bad. This is really, really, really bad. Ducksworth is down 35 workers, but it could be worse. That's the best we can say here. He could have lost every worker to this push, but he's doing a good job holding with the Muta. Worker kill count now increased to 23. Oh no, the Overseer trying to clean up in the main. Drones fighting that Roach. At least 2 more of them will die if the Muta don't come to help. And now the ones pop out in the natural. And this is buying Ris3n time. Now he has 6 Hydra on the field. The Hydra should still be... Oh, the second hatch is gone for Ducksworth. He had to cancel the third as well. And let's check the unit counts. Okay, 12 Hydra on the field. These Muta cannot engage 12 Hydra in a straight-up engagement. Forget about the reinforcements. Oh! Why is... Okay, there's still a Roach. It's still gonna get drone kills. And the single Roach delaying Ducksworth attacking even longer. Muta's sharking around. They stopped the creep spread, but that's not the damage that Ducksworth needs to be doing now. Okay, the first drone kill has finally occurred. 2 drone kills. Ducksworth fighting nobly to stay in this game. But Ris3n is just so far ahead. So infinitely far ahead. 37 worker lead for Ris3n. 64 army supply. 64. The Evo chambers are bleeding out. I mean, creep spread should save these 2 buildings at least. Wait, will it save the Evo chamber? Oh my god. It's gonna be RNG whether it is. Well, okay. We don't get to see. GG is called. Ris3n takes game. In the top right, up second for xRtG, it's Dire Pants. And in the bottom left, as the Red Zerg, it's New Breed. Unfortunate, guys. So, as a reminder, if you're just tuning in, xRtG took a technical win. Me and New Breed here were the only 2 players with the qualified amount of games. So, if you have 2 ineligible players, your opponent in the Alpha Team League has the right to take that technical victory. New Breed is proxy hatching. Okay, this is a Bly build, and I'm very confused because you can get a huge advantage with this build if you put the proxy hatch here. Why? Well, there's a high yield gas. You can pull 3 drones from the main, put it in the high yield, and spam unlimited roaches. But apparently, New Breed has a different plan in mind. Maybe worrying that he was going to get scouted if he threw it down here? We'll have to wait and see. New Breed finishes up the proxy hatch. Roach Warren on the way back home. He's going to use the first larva for an Overlord, which is interesting because you can use the... he's droning as well. Alright. I'm not sure if I like this because your larvae at home take a while to get across the map, right? New Breed could already have Zerglings here. Okay, he stacks up 3 roaches. There we go. Rallies them against the Reaper. The Queen pops. Damage will stop occurring against the Hatch. Of course, the Hatch going to very slightly heal over time. And Dire Pants making a very bold play. He's morphing the Orbital on the low ground. He doesn't feel in threat here, apparently. New Breed needs to start flooding Lings behind this. He did not take the high yield. He does not have... I mean, I guess he has 2 gases at home. But you really want your Ravagers to be a battering ram, and your Lings to be like a shotgun. So you break down the door, you kick in the door, and then you fire the shotgun, and it kills all the SCVs. Bile weakens one supply depot, but the 3rd Ravager not firing on the supply depot, so the SCV's just barely able to get enough healing, but that was only true for so long. He's breaking down the 2nd supply depot rather than going for the SCVs. Okay, I mean, sure, there's 2 holes in the wall, but where are the Zerglings? He's engaging the bunker now. This is not an ideal situation for a Roach play Zerg. This bunker can just eat your shots for days and days and days. Now there's a Cyclone out. Bunker holding off one of the Roaches from entering the main. The first 3 SCVs have died, but this is looking like a solid hold from Dire Pants. Lock on picks off another Ravager. Tech Lab on the barracks. There was Transfuse. The Queen could have held on and maybe caused some more damage to the Cyclone, but there were 2 SCVs to repair, so not the biggest of deals. Baneling Nest in the main for New Breed. Third command center started for Dire Pants. He's going for a full-on bio play, and he does have a 5-worker lead as well. The Zerg left without a 3rd, and finally New Breed making some Zerglings. Look at this gaping hole in the wall. There could be so many dead SCVs right now, but of course we have the advantage of dramatic irony. Oh no, the Ling's aggro on... Oh, he's trying to go... This is too fancy, yeah. All but 3 of the Lings die. Dire pulls in the gas. New Breed transferring drones back home from the proxy hatch. If I had to wager a bet, I think he's got this hatch on the same hotkey as the other ones. We can't check with this mod, unfortunately. Cyclone very painfully finishing off the proxy hatch, and New Breed's gonna let it happen, instead going for a huge Baneling bust at the front, but there's nothing to kill here. These are gonna die to the siege tank if he rolls in. Oh, what do you... Oh, okay, okay. He picks off the Cyclone. Forces an auto turret drop from the Raven. He tries to get Lings in on the tank, but there's too many Marines, and the Banelings are gonna have to roll home. Now, a major cool thing that Newbury did in the meantime is a Steven-esque play where he spread creep all over the Terran side of the map. Usually, Steven, a fellow Ris3n competitive teammate, drops a proxy hatch in the Terran's natural and will spread creep tumors all over there. But Newbreed, with his own style, still managed to get a very healthy creep spread. It's actually almost united with the creep spread pushing out from his main. So, while he did lose a lot, while he traded very inefficiently and the attack didn't go as planned, he still gained advantages elsewhere. Dire Pants going for double medevac marine drop. There is enough to clean this up in the main as long as Newbreed plays this. Well, I mean, there's simply enough to clean this up. But Newbreed, of course, wants to engage as efficiently as possible, not let the Marines stimulate the line. Oh! 3 Banelings! That's all it took. 3 Banelings kill 2 medevacs worth of units. And Dire Pants never sent another unit to clean up this proxy hatch. He's moving in now. Newbreed producing a scouting overlord. This is mayhem. This is absolute madness from Newbreed. I love it. It's so cool. Dire Pants is like, I just want to play Bio-Terran. No, you can't just flood Lings all around me. Oh my god. The Widowmine shot's taking out Broodlings instead of the Zerglings. Banelings connect against the wall. The siege tank can't kill them in time. And here come the Lings. Lings get a surround on the tank. Newbreed gets a surround on the supply depots. A lot of these SCVs are in the red. Shots go off from the Widowmines. 30 SCVs are killed. And all of a sudden, Newbreed, not only back in this game, but way, way, way ahead. He is going to be unable to connect a kill on the Terran here. However, this is critical game-ending damage. Like, Dire Pants just can't produce out of all of his production facilities now. He's floating his Nat. He can transfer some things down there, but... Oh, now he has to build enough units to re-secure his third base. There's still creep there. Raven gonna help these Marines push forward. And Newbreed did unite his creep, basically, which I just find so cool. Dire Pants is angry. He's like, I'm gonna take my third, goddammit! Hunting down the creep tumors. Committing genocide against creep, if you will. And he gets every tumor except one. And that's all it takes. Oh, he found it! He found it! Okay. Every tumor from the proxy has been killed off. Lings try to get us around, but the Banelings are too far behind. Oh! The scan is dropped, so it sees the burrowed Widowmine play, or the burrowed Baneling play. Dire Pants just can't catch a break at his third. Ooh, one Widowmine killed off. The second with the not great shot, but there is a third behind there, so the Lings can't engage. He burrows Banelings. So Dire Pants, if he was paying attention, saw the Baneling burrow. Newbreed, it's like, hey, come over here. No, chase me. You can get us around. Come on, do it. Like a Looney Tunes character. Oh my god. No. Wait, he has a Raven. Okay. 3 Widow Mines to anchor the defense for Dire Pants. New Breed has got to be super careful. No Widow Mines were triggered. Yeah, New Breed can't engage that. Dire Pants allowed to take his third. He's still down 32 workers in 9 army supply. Adrenal glands finishing for New Breed. Dire Pants stims in. He's trying to get a cancel on New Breed's 5th. This was slightly greedy on New Breed. And it looks like New Breed's 5th was canceled, but 16 SCVs killed for Dire Pants. He's down to 20 workers. And yes, mules can supplement workers very well. Very well indeed. Ultralisk cleans up the the Marines. Medevac's gonna go home alone without its payload. But they can only do so much. They can only do so much. In making up for a 40 worker discrepancy on 3 orbital, that's just not enough. New Breed's gonna try to bait the Marines. One whiff and 2 good Widowmine shots. More Widowmine shots here to defend, but they only took out small groups of Zerglings. All the Banelings are dead, but there's plenty of Ultralisks where that came from. And Dire Pants can't afford to replace this many Marines. He threw down extra production, which is confounding to me, because he doesn't have any economy. Two full energy infestors doing battle with an auto turret. No! The queen comes in to reinforce, but she's afraid! Her morale is broken! In Dire Pants, I mean, this game's over. There's no play that Dire Pants can make at all to get back into this game. Remember, Widow Mines can't even attack buildings, so they're not going to be helpful in a base race scenario, necessarily. He does drop on the other side. He'll kill 14 drones. And we're in a situation where killing 14 drones does not matter at all for the Terran. Like, even 18. Okay, alright. Now this is starting to get scary. Button Ultra pops, and he burrows the drones! 21 is a very, very good haul, but I think New Breed's just being lazy at this point because he's so far ahead. This is it. These are all the units that Dire Pants has. And you can never blame a competitive player for staying in the game. I mean, we saw Ducksworth really, really trying in the last game, and Dire Pants following a similar route here. He's fighting his heart out for his team. He wants to take that win. Following the Bushido code. Infestation pit cleaned up. New Breed doing what he can to defend. Dire Pants still on 1 CC. He moves it to the low ground, but there's a burrowed Zergling, so there's 0 mining for Dire Pants. No gas income, no mineral income. He doesn't have any landed town halls for his units to return their minerals. He's just playing around with the medevacs. One medevac picked off. 4 drones dead. But this is as over can be. He can't scan to kill the Zergling until he lands the command center. There's literally a bunch of Widow Mines. There's not even 4 units in here. It's 2 Marines and 2 SCVs. One of those Marines now heavily injured, both the medevacs heavily wounded. Dire Pants is not mining! There is no mining going on for the Terran. There is 0 mining. Okay, he had to calculate that. He's like, alright, I gotta drop the orbital, I gotta scan, and then I gotta kill the burrowed Zergling. And then I gotta get 75... On the left side of the Golden Wall, as the purple Zerg for xRtG, it's we. And on the right side, as the green Terran for Ris3n, it's Ris3n. Score is 1-1 in this best of 5. As a painful reminder, xRtG already took the walkover win, but we're playing the match out for fun. Ris3n typing in the chat as he maneuvers a drone alongside the north. Is he scouting for a proxy, or is he going to drop a proxy? I think this is just a proxy scout. I don't think we're going to see a New Breed-esque play. Trying to keep the ESL Pro Tour logo off screen. Lee goes for Scouterino. Ris3n getting a factory after barracks. Reaper moves a field. Qui scouts the standard opener. And that is really unfortunate for Ris3n. I mean, so Golden Wall only has one scouting path. You have to go up here, or you have to go up the ramp. And then, of course, you have more options to get into the main, but... Excuse me, I appear to have developed a case of the hiccups. Yeah, Ris3n dropping a scan. He doesn't want to be cut. He doesn't want to get caught by a Nidus player or something, which is exactly what I do on this map. Ris3n going for a fusion core. Queasler almost complete. And hopefully he goes right for a Spire. Did he scout the Fusion Core? What has he seen? Oh, yeah, no, he saw the Fusion Core. Ris3n just still going for it. Second BC started. Wait, did he cancel? Hold up, hold up. I swear he started a BC way before this, but there's none in existence. Hold up. Am I hallucinating? He had to have canceled it and restarted it. Huh. Maybe it's a caster fail question mark? Baneling speed started. Spire halfway complete for Hui, and that means he should have units to intercept, but whether or not they're out before the BC gets there will depend on if Ris3n walks across the map, or floats across the map and then teleports home, or if he teleports and then walks home. He's gonna blink. Hellions keep the queens occupied at the front. There's so much transfuse. Oh my god. 5 turns die immediately. Bunch of creep tumors are dead. I mean, he's held. He took some damage. It's not game-ending damage. He's oversaturated on the second base, which can be okay, but you definitely want to transfer those workers if you can. He's going to. Ris3n blinks home. Viking's dead. Oh, he found the Hellions, but he's not attacking them. Kill the Hellions. Kill the Hellions. Two Muta insta-die. Ris3n probably going to try and attack at this point. Hui mining out the back by expanding to the top left corner for his fourth base. Something I should mention is Hui regularly practices with the members of Ris3n Competitive. So he may be pretty familiar with Ris3n's builds. Ris3n taking a pretty good engagement, splashes the final Baneling onto the Cyclone. Here comes the Muta crowd. Kavash. Shvash. Oh, he leads a Hellion, and that means another Queen dies! This isn't over, no! I mean, I guess he's like, battle cruisers are a better target. Oh, +2 flyers won't make it onto the field. 6 more Muta are in production, but they're gonna be the last 6 Muta for a while. 1 BC dies, I think. Yeah, 1 BC died during the engagement, but definitely worth it to slay the Spire. Eight, 11, 13. Ooh. So many SCVs died. So many Hellions. That's really bad. Ris3n, like, it was looking okay, but he just never pulled the worker line back. And they got annihilated. So Hui gonna take an 11 worker lead. That was excellent damage from the Muta Cloud. Hui preparing to dive in again. Or is he, though? I'd really like to see some Widow Mines from Ris3n. But he's chosen Thors, so I don't think we will. Those guys Yamato the same unit? Yeah, they did, because this one didn't get a kill. Hui attempts a Ling run by. There's too much here. This time, he tries the same Ling run by, except now most of the Lings are Banelings. Okay, he's going to attempt a different angle. Scan provides high ground vision for the tanks, so Ris3n is going to hold. Oh no! Ris3n's trying to retreat. He doesn't quite make it. Banelings crash into the front. He's trying to split the tanks. And Baneling's actually cleaning up 4 tanks. Ooh. In the meantime, BC's attack at Hui's 5th. They do make it back home. Muta Cloud was right on top of them. One Muta dead. Rest survived, and they're going to one-shot these tanks. Ris3n pulling the battle cruisers to deal with this. I don't know that they have enough firepower. Muta's just killing the command center now. I think they could have engaged better there. I think they could have either focused the command center down or eliminated the battle cruisers really fast before Ris3n got there, but okay. We go in again. Now there's Thors there. They can't engage. They do kill 13 SCVs, though. Ris3n taking the back bases, probably... I mean, Hui doesn't have great creep spread. So he's been taking really good engagements, playing this game out really well. The creep spread is very lacking at this stage of the game. A lot of the Banelings die before they connect with anything, but the siege tanks are overrun in the front. Some of the SCVs get picked off. Ooh, they repair the planetary, and all of a sudden we traded out a ton of army supply for basically nothing. No strategic advantages gained. 50 more Zerglings in production, coming from all over the field. Corruptors joining the Mutaball, and we taking every base on the top half of the map. Many of those 50 Zerglings just died. Lee remaxes one more time, but he actually doesn't have the mineral banks to do it again after this. The Thors are going to push through the choke while they can. Ton of Banelings at the top of the ramp, but Banelings trading into Thors is nightmarishly bad. Biles take out the tanks on the low ground, but there's reinforcements from the Terran, and this means that Hui's tech is under threat. Now, he did have the foresight to put the Ultra Den, put the Infestation Pit, and the Baneling Nest on the low ground. However, Ris3n is here, and he's here in force. The Ravagers are going to fall. The Ultra is going to hold for somewhat, well, I thought he was going to hold longer than he did. More Banelings come in. The Thor kites back, allowing the Siege Tank to finish off the Banelings before they can all connect. One final cleave from the Ultra. It cleaves up the Thor. This is insane. The Hive is getting cleared, so Hui very quickly making another lair. It's going to take it a while to become a Hive. He didn't lose any Hive tech up here, though, so he's going to be fine for now. He needs to start the Hive before Ris3n kills the Infestation Pit. But I don't think Ris3n is going to kill the Infestation Pit, because here comes the Air Force. B now knows about this base. It is a planetary. It's going to have, you know, its own defensive ability. Tanks are sieged up down here. Ris3n's attack into the main of Hui has ended for well and for certain. Ris3n with so much ground to defend. Like, if Hui moves in, there's no way Ris3n defends this. He's stretched too thin. Okay, you know what? 3 Thors finished in the main. Only 2 of them pull to defend at the natural, though. They are dealing quite the number on these Mutalisks, and the Battlecruiser survives with a tactical blink. Just a few feet back. The Ultra is coming in, though. The Battlecruiser needs to get there immediately. He's too afraid to push to the low ground. The Orbital is on fire, but it is also alive. Only 5 SCVs lost in this attack. It could have been so much worse for Ris3n. Banelings morphing in very bravely outside of the Terran second base. One Ultra falls. Couple of Hellbats fall. Yamato Cannon gonna soften these Ultras up quite a bit, but it will take a very long time for the Battlecruisers to finish them off. 1 Orbital down. 2 more SCVs die as well, but at the cost of more Banelings for Hui. However, Hui's economy is actually just stupid. 102 workers spread over 7 base? Yeah, 7 base, and now he has the gold. The only base not taken is this upper right corner. Ris3n trading out very efficiently, but Hui with unlimited money, it seems like. $8,000 resources lost in favor of Ris3n, and this game is still going. 1 hatchery finally cleaned up. Roughly 4 minutes after we saw the last hatchery death. Banelings connect as best they can. They soften up the forward 2 Ultras, or the forward 2 Thors, so they will get cleaned up by the Ultras, but there's no meta anymore to engage the ground forces, and these Corruptors can do 0 things to a Thor. The second hatchery goes down for Hui. Has Ris3n reverse momentum. Hui's been mining so avariciously on these back bases. He actually is going to have to push out and retake those bases very soon. I mean, Ris3n has been mealing the ever-living heck out of back bases of Hui. Okay. Ultras should be able to finish off this planetary. In fact, they will. And that's going to leave these SCVs vulnerable. 2 doesn't die. The Ling's not going to stop going to go after the planetary, but the planetary will clean them up. We're going to take this back base. But he loses another hatch. That's where the bulk of Hui's mining was going on, actually. These bases don't have any mineral patches left. He still has the gold, but that is running out of some of its mineral patches. Maybe not. Actually, I take that back. He hasn't been mining back here very much. Ultras get us around on the Thors. The Thors take down the Ultras. We taking Ris3n's gold. Ris3n also taking Ris3n's gold. Army supply even. However, Hui has a lot of Corruptors that can't engage any ground forces. They come in to defend, but like, what are they supposed to be doing here? Oh no, the Hellbats move command into Ultralisks. This guy's walking way too much for the job he needs to do. He could just, like, rotate. A full energy orbital looks to be going down for the Corruptors. Ultras taking care of the static defense. Ris3n shoring up more of a defense in the main. Yeah, the planetary is in range. Like, we can't actually mine off this. Ris3n sends SCVs to the northern side of the gold. They're gonna long distance mine, I guess. Very long distance mine. Oh my god, this middle wall is mined out. They're gonna have to go back through here. DCs pick off another half-dozen drones, but a dozen SCVs have fallen as well. Banelings crash in, clean up another 20 SCVs, and injure the planetary. Meal immediately dropped on the gold patches, and the hatchery goes down for Hui. Hui is this mining base. He's got this mining base. Okay, and he's retaken this and this. So Ris3n actually in a very desperate spot right now. This is his only really mining base. He's got half of this, and that's it in the gold. The gold base could get cleaned up. Okay, yep, Ris3n gets a concave, finishes off the hatch. Hui heavily down in army supply. He needs to remax fast. He's going for more Banelings. I don't think that's the play here. Banelings cost gas. Every time you might kill some Terran units, but you're killing your own units too. Ris3n up 140 army supply to 96. Is this the moment? No more Banelings. Hui, with some of his drones trapped back here, will be losing another hatchery. Not that he can mine off of them. No, he's going to burrow them, actually, so the drones might survive this aggression. Planetary going to be healed. The Ultras engaging into a choke point. That's terrible. That means they're not doing as much cleave damage as they could. Some Zerglings in the front as well, but all of them die. All of a sudden, Ris3n up 122, army supply to 40. The infestation pit goes down. He's going in, gonna clean up more useless hatcheries. Another infestation pit. The backup infestation pit, I guess, is going to get picked off. These aren't critical bases for Hui, but this one was. And all these drones are gonna die to the battlecruisers. The Corruptors come in though, and we might see one of the battlecruisers die. We do. The Raven gonna go down as well. Auto turrets drop to damage those Corruptors, but they are upgraded, so They're gonna crash into the battlecruiser, not fighting with their full strength. Hui occupied elsewhere, trying to get reinforcements onto the field. The Overlord's floating over the Thors! Hui's supply cap knocked down to 112. There's no army to speak of here for the Zerg. He did still head 10 workers, but only with one mining base. The Corruptors did eventually clean up the BC, clean up the Raven. Roaches come in. They're fighting behind an Ultra. Some of the Hellions die. Queen desperately fighting. And I think Ris3n is going to take the win here, putting a second win on the board for Ris3n. Corruptors, Acid Spring, Planetary, one Viking should trade out. No, it's not even going to get a Corruptor kill. Both players in tatters, but I think Hui way more so. He just can never engage the Terran army. He's outnumbered 3-1. But like we've seen every game so far this series, he's going to die a warrior's death. He's like, alright, you want the win, Ris3n? I'm going to make you work for it. You're gonna have to earn it by killing every last building. Ris3n long distance mining, and this is not bad mannered. Like, Ris3n just running... Well, all of the mineral patches running out on this map. GG is finally called! Well played. Ris3n takes Ris3n up 2-1. In the top left of Submarine, as the red Protoss, it's Fear. And in the bottom right, as the blue Zerg for Ris3n, it's GT Kong. Fear starts out with the Probe Scout after Pylon. Okay. I mean, it is Submarine, so I'm actually surprised xRtG chose to field a Protoss here. Usually, Submarine considered at an advantage for the Zerg player. Kong with his Overlord Scout is going to see Gate Cyber, or Gate Nexus Cyber. Wait, is he though? Oh my god, it's double gateway. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Does Fear think he's getting cheesed for some reason? Like, what? Okay, 2 Gate Cyber. Sure. Cybercore finally spinning up for Warpgate. Or the Protoss. Stalker Sentry. And a Robo first. Okay. Okay. GT Kung is going to go for a 2-base play. Fear made all his decisions before he fully realized what... I mean, before he had... Like, before it would show that GT Kung was in fact going for a 2-base. And this is going to hit like a truck. Oh, Kung not focusing that shield battery quickly enough is allowing Fear a chance at holding this. Only 2 probes have died. Immortal moves down the ramp. It's gonna finish off the roaches. And yeah, it's literally, had GT Kung right-clicked the overcharged shield battery with his Ravagers, the wings could have done damage, and this would be over. But now, Fear is held, Fear is up a dozen workers, and there's no chance of GT Kung breaking through again. You can't do it. Fear has to make a lot of mistakes to lose this game. GT Kung not transitioning out either, he's going for another wave of attack. I mean... There should be a Prism out by the time this crashes in. There will be another shield battery overcharge. There's going to be more energy on the shield battery to begin with. Shields are going to be replenished on the buildings. And of course, there's going to be more units out for the Protoss. Additional production in the main, so even if this pylon is sniped, it's still going to be holdable. Kung making more roaches, not getting a third. Almost biled the second Ravager. That was really close call. Kung breaks the wall, but look at these force shields. If good force shields go off, Kung could be cut off from the rest of his forces. I don't know. All of a sudden, Fear just isn't making units. He's making it... Why is he making this? Like, he needs to cancel that. Make units. Oh my god. Was I wrong? Is Kung gonna win this? Shield battery's unpowered. This is the time for Kung to make his move. The force shields suck. Oh my god. Kung files the middle of the Protoss ball. GG is called. And Fear takes the L. GT Kung wins the series.